Hello, welcome to Estiq Media on YouTube. It's ESTIQMEDIA. So if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe. We have quite a lot of content in there for you: politics, healthcare, lifestyle, spoken words, just to your intellectual edification. So get yourself properly acquainted, edify yourself intellectually with all the contents in there. Now, what is the first thing I want to talk about today? In the Nigerian politics, quite a lot is happening. I must tell you, since 2023, it's been one evolving situation or the other. But this time around, let's focus on insecurity, or the security aspect of the Nigerian nation. First of all, you do know that in Borno State, there was a suicide bombing that recently occurred at a wedding, and it was a female suicide bomber this time around. It's been quite a while we heard in the news that there was a suicide bombing in any gathering, but this particular one sparked up the old fears which quite a lot of Nigerians had actually been able to abate or put aside. This one brought up memories of how Boko Haram actually started off with consistent, incessant suicide bombings. Well, the director of the Nigerian army has come out to say that Nigeria is at a state of war. I don't know how we're going to categorize or classify that, or if that statement is meant to evoke fear, but there are a lot of perceptions as to the insecurity bedeviling the nation. A lot of people feel that if the Nigerian army wanted to eradicate Boko Haram, eradicate ISWAP, that they would have been able to do so a long time. Other persons feel that there are some very important individuals who are literally using this insecurity in the country to enrich themselves financially, or especially those who supply arms and weaponry. They feel that if they don't continue to stoke up this infighting, then there will be no trade for them in the arms department. Well, let us just tell you that the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Buba Edward, has actually stated that the tragic events which led to the multiple deaths in Goza local government area of Borno State over the weekend, and that the terror attacks that have been consistently bedeviling the country, especially now, is one that he must consider to state that Nigeria is at a state of war. And it's quite a scary declaration coming from the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba. I don't know how we're going to continue to go on with this, but it is not a very good announcement. It's not a good expression, considering the fact that the Nigerian army has been fighting Boko Haram and ISWAP, and a couple of young cadets, lieutenants, have died unmeritoriously on the battlefield fighting these individuals. And sometimes when they're able to give testimonials, they say the weaponry of Boko Haram is so sophisticated, and you're wondering, where is all the money is being actually put in the insecurity sector, or rather in the security sector, in our military department? Where is the money going when it comes to the acquisition of arms? They purchase arms, they buy arms, and they're meant to buy sophisticated weapons. In fact, recently they've been asking for a tech update on some of their weaponries. That is, those ones that you can digitally operate. No matter where it is, you can digitally operate it. So what is going on in that regard? Who are these persons utilizing the infractions within the Nigerian polity to enrich themselves? So it's quite an unfortunate scenario. Now let's look at another funny individual, and that person is Nyesom Wike. You don't know him, right? He's been in the news recently. Just yesterday, he told Senator Kingibe, who is one of the senators in the SCT, that she should go hang the transformer if she's not happy with the work that he is doing. And questions were asked that, who exactly is Nyesom Wike to make remarks like this to a sitting senator, specifically a woman? You told her to go hang transformer. You threatened her that let her see how she's going to win her constituents in 2027. Are you God? That's a question a lot of Nigerians are asking. Political analysts, even political theorists, are wondering, where exactly is Nyesom Wike getting his style from? I mean, from his focus on Rivers State, and now it is now to Senator Kingibe. So you're telling me that people do not vote persons to get into certain positions? Are you actually reiterating that any senator who is elected to represent that constituent, that these senators were positioned by certain individuals who have the strings at the polity? Because for Nyesom Wike to say, let him see how she's going to rerun in 2027 and win, then that means that he has a strong influence in deciding who becomes who within the Senate or in the constituent. Or is it because he's the FCT minister? Is that something we don't know that Nyesom Wike just said? Well, it's not quite funny. A lot of persons has asked for the Ministry of Women Affairs to come in defense of Senator Kingibe. They're asking the women to speak up, especially women who are asking for equal rights. If they keep quiet and Nyesom made a statement against someone who is also in their gender and someone who is representing the interests of people within their constituents, then that means anytime the women come out to fight for their rights, it's possibly not a true cause if they don't speak up now. There's quite a lot of perceptions concerning what is going on in that particular regard. But hey, Nyesom Wike, you need to learn your lesson and stop talking anyhow. He speaks anyhow and gets away with it. Well, it didn't take a good down the span of a lot of Nigerians, and a lot of questions are being asked. When will the president actually call Nyesom Wike to order and tell him to zip up? Okay, so another interesting situation is the fact that Southeast governors are actually holding a crucial meeting in Enugu now. It's a very recent development. They're presently in a crucial meeting with key stakeholders, with the Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Achebe, and the meeting has been held at the government house in Enugu. It's been attended by all persons, that is, all governors from the southeastern region, namely Alex Oti of Abia, Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, Charles Soludo of Anambra State, Francis Nwifuru of Ebonyi State, and of course the host governor, Mr. Peter Rimba, who is the governor of Enugu State. Well, the purpose of the meeting was not disclosed to the media, but there are speculations that it is related to the security challenges in the area. You recall that a lot of political stalwarts have asked the southeastern governors to come together, that it is through unity they can fight the insecurity bedeviling the southeast. It is through unity that they can be able to inject proper investment in that region so that the southeast can begin to prosper and its economic viability will actually flourish. Well, who knows? Basically, this particular call by political stalwarts and elder statesmen is what elicited this crucial meeting with the South governors in the southeastern region. So let's hope that this development at the end of the day turns out to be good, and the deliberations and conversations will not be about personal interests, but will be about the interests of the people that they govern, that is, their respective residents within those southeastern states. There's quite a lot, however, but hey, we'll continue to give you more updates, all right here in Estate Media. Make sure you drink a lot of water, be aware, be conscious, mind your business, and of course we do beyond just talk. Anything that has to do with your brand representation, Estate Media has you covered. Bye for now.